the animals in Africa were obviously a lot different. They were all new to me. Obviously nothing we'd ever seen. And Francois and Eric did a great job of putting us on animals and lay rob. That I can't talk enough about these guys, lay rob and Gatu, our two Bushman trackers over there, could look at something 800 yards away, and we're all looking through binoculars.
With the naked eye.
With the naked eye.
I never once watched them pick up a pair of optics.
Never.
They won't.
Not one time. They won't.
They can identify it at 800 yards with their eyes.
It's thousands of years of that's what's in their blood. That's how they survive.
But they don't stare at computer screens all day. They don't stare at TV in the evening.
They don't.
That doesn't affect their eyes, so they can look down there and identify before we can get our binoculars up.
I was still trying to figure out what it was.
Yes.
And they're like, well, it's a immature, bull,
impala,
whatever.
Ram.
And I'm looking through my binoculars, going,
just trying to find it.
Okay, well, I can see an animal, but I can't tell what it is. And even when we were driving in the truck, we're driving at 15 to 20 miles an hour, and they saw stuff that everybody in the truck missed except them. Mm-hmm. We're backing up, and they'd tell the guys stop, and they'd back up, and they'd say, okay, right here, and it's like, what are you looking at?
And then they have to show you 3 times. You're like,
exactly.
See that branch, look past it, and you feel so inferior hunting.
You do.
Their ability to track is unbelievable.
Yep.
They can look down and they can tell if those are fresh tracks, if they're a day old tracks, if they're 2 days old, if they're trotting, if they're running. We'll be tracking them, and all of a sudden they kind of go, okay, he's slowed down.
Yep.
He's not running anymore. I don't have my tape measure out. I can't figure this out, but it's unbelievable. Their abilities, their God-given abilities to go out and track and live within nature. And I don't know. I just felt really inferior. I felt about this big.
Definitely felt inferior. We were tracking a herd of zebras, and Lay Rob gets out there and he looks and he goes, okay, this is the big stallion of this group. And, as they all run off and they're going in different directions, some of them are running 50 yards away from a bush and they're going around and they're just walking through there and glancing down the tracks and going, this is the big stallion of this group.
And the funny thing is they're not sitting there studying it.
No,
they're doing it at a brisk walk. Like they're not stopping, but they're identifying this, and I'm having trouble keeping up in the sand because everything in Namibia is sandy. I mean, the whole everywhere we hunted was sandy, and so you're just trying to keep up. We're huffing and puffing. They're like these Ethiopian marathon runners that are just and they're doing that and reading tracks at the same time.
Yes,
and yet barely communicating with us, and we're just trusting that you learn real quick that they know what they're doing. You follow them, and you don't ask too many questions. Yeah,
and I heard even Francois kind of question Lay Rob, like, well, this stallion, he's over here, and he's like, yeah, his tracks are over there, but I'm cutting through.
Yeah,
going to a certain place. He knows where he's going. Knows where he's going. It's automatically.
It's crazy.
And we walk through tracks, and they're going winding around through all kinds of brush, and he's right on him the whole time. Just amazing. And you get there, you get to a clearing, and you may walk half a mile, you may walk a mile, and there he is. It's just incredible.